Hi everyone, Maxine here with Tink and I Treasures. Welcome back to my studio. Today we are continuing our little project with fabric clusters. If you remember, if you saw the previous video, we decorated some buttons that were a bad purchase, and these two here have been coated with the clear gesso. So I don't know if you can tell on film very well, but they're you know, a matte finish. There's no shine or gloss. These were done with the glossy accents, and hopefully you can tell that they have, well, they have a glossy finish to them. So those are those. I have a whole bunch more that I finished up, and I'm not sure, they're not quite ready to use. They still seem to be tacky, but these are the other ones I did off camera. This here is decoupage paper. Here's another one that's decoupage paper, some of the others are just, you know, papers that I tend to use. So this one happens to have a lady on it. That's pretty cool. Anyway, well, let's see, about half of these I used glossy accent, and the other half I used clear gesso. So anyway, those are still drying though, but we do have some to work with here. I also kept out some of the buttons because these particular colors and designs, I thought, you know what, I could use those. So I didn't cover all the buttons, but most of them. Yeah, that was a bad bad purchase. Anyway, I have material scraps. I have lace and other things that we can use for decorations. So yeah, let's get started here and use some of these scraps. That might be fun. Put that over there. So yeah, I'm not even sure where to begin, tell you the truth. Let's see here. So I guess we'll kind of, I don't know, make some square shapes. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Okay. Yeah, I love doing collage, but you know, they doing clusters with fabric isn't something I've done much of, but I got interested in trying this out. So I don't know, that's more of an accent type color, I think. So we'll just make some smaller pieces of that. Okay, and well, let's start, huh? That's cool. So I don't know if this would tear easily. No, I'm having a lot of pain in my hands. As you can see, I'm wearing my gloves. And so I can't really put a lot of muscle behind trying to tear something. So, oh. Yeah, I made kind of a plea in one of my previous videos. If anyone has a scan and cut, you know, a later model, or not later, but a newer model, you know, maybe that's something a couple years old that, you know, either you don't want to use anymore, or you got a newer model, whatever, and you want to sell one, let me know, because I'm afraid that the arthritis in my hands is getting to the point where I don't know if I'm going to be able to fussy cut anymore. And I thought, you know, a scan and cut would, you know, keep the process going here. I can't even imagine not doing this. Crafting, you know, I can't even imagine what I would do if I couldn't do this. Okay, so this material here is backed on paper. It was like a fabric sample. Let's get this to match up, I guess. So, let's see. What else? What else should we do? Maybe. Get kind of a smaller piece here. And, I don't know. What do you think? I think what we need is maybe some lace. That's kind of... What else do we have here? Now, let's see. Yeah. I don't know about that one. Oh, honestly. Let's see here. Let's take a piece of this one. And... oh, you know what? I need to get out my fabric scissors. That would... I think that would help a lot, don't you? The ones I use for paper all the time really are not very good when it comes to fabric. So, a little piece of that. And I got my hot glue going. You know, I've talked about the use of hot glue. I'm not a fan. And these might have to be redone later with you know, actual glue. But for the sake of time on the video, ow, God. Wow, that is hot. And went through 3 layers of fabric. How do people do this, I wonder? Maybe I have it too hot. I'll turn it down to the lower setting. Gee, how do people do that? Tina on Shabby Dabby Doodah, she uses hot glue a lot. And she never yells with pain. And I see her actually touching it and stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe mine's hotter? I don't know. I suppose all hot glue guns are different. But, yeah. Sorry about that. I don't mean to yelp with pain on video, but oh, that's not how I wanted that. I wanted it over here like this. Ah, no. Oh, my heavens. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Let's get some on the button. Put that down. Yeah, so I might need to redo these later with glue when I start to use them in journals. You know, I'll do a good check and make sure that it's, you know, stuck down really good. But, you know, I have not had good luck with hot glue. I mean, when it's hot, yeah, everything is stuck just great. When it cools down, I've experienced where it just fails, you know? So, we'll see. Okay, there's one. Ow. Okay, so let's see now what we want to do. This is going to be fun. Keep telling yourself that. I mean, I love collaging, right? And this is collaging just with fabric instead of paper, so it should be just as much fun, just as enjoyable, right? Let's see, I got a lot of scissors here. Put those over there. Yeah, so let's see here. What else do we have? Well, that's more of that. Oh, here's a good one. That's got a lot of oops, there's 2 there. There we go. That's cool. Huh? Well, my shapes seem to be more rectangle than square. I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter, does it? Whether it's rectangle or square or what shape it might be. I suppose you want all different shapes, just like with collaging with paper. You don't want all square shapes. You want round and rectangular and all different kinds of shapes. So I imagine it'd be the same way with collaging with fabric. I like using this paper-backed fabrics. Some lace. You know, I have this basket thing that I keep the lace in. And I was always kind of trying to organize it all the time. You know, I had the different laces in, you know, Ziploc bags. And I would take them out and reorganize them according to color and different things like that. And, you know, it just never really worked. It just never worked. So I was watching some videos on, you know, doing fabric clusters and stuff. And what I noticed was everyone's, you know, their scrap, well, they're not scraps really. It's just all their ribbon and lace and things like that were kind of just loose in a container. And I thought, huh. So I took all my laces and ribbons and appliques and all that kind of stuff. I took them out of the little baggies and I just put them all into this basket loose. So we'll see. They fit a whole lot better in the basket, I'll tell you. Those Ziploc bags seem to make everything more bulky. So, yeah, we'll see how that works. But I have a good feeling. Let me see. I'm going to take this down a little bit. I think just, you know, just with, you know, the collaging I do with paper, I hate to, you know, totally cover up something I've done, you know. How about that? So, see if we can do this without screaming and burning ourselves. I did turn it down. So maybe this hot glue gun just gets super hot, huh? So I did turn it down. Well, so let's see if it has sticking power. Usually I use the cooler temperature when I'm working with paper, because I read somewhere that with paper you shouldn't use the hot setting. You should use the lower setting. So that's what I do. But with fabric, I thought, you know, the hotter setting would be better, but I don't think the hot setting is a good thing for anything, because that's really hot. I mean, that really gets hot. So, anyway, okay, there's another one. I think I want to maybe trim that up just a bit. So you can do that, you know. You get everything together, and, you know, if it's not the right shape or the right size that you want, then just trim it down a little bit. Trying to fray the edges so, you know, it has more of a shabby chic type look. I like that. Isn't that pretty? It's amazing to me what we do with things, you know. You take a pile of old scraps of material and, you know, we make something that's pretty. I mean, how awesome is that? Clean things up a little bit here. Let's do some black, huh? You know what I say. Little bit of bling, little bit of black. Ooh, we should get out the bling. Oh, yes. Hold on. get out some bling here, just to have it on hand. Okay. Well, this is the problem with materials. Okay. I like that. So we're just going to trim this off here. This is another one that's backed with paper. So I wonder, oh, it goes this way. Oh, it's kind of a velvet. Black velvet. Was that a cologne or what was that? Black velvet. Sounds familiar. Oh, where's my spreader? Shoot. Well, I don't know offhand. Darn. That would probably, ow. No, no ow. You see how I did that? I expected it to hurt, and so I said ow. I hollered before I was hurt. Okay. So that's sticking down pretty good. We'll see though. You know, like I said, it always works well at first until it cools, and then I start having issues with it coming undone. So that's not right. This one will work. Kind of small, but let's see, what colors do we have going on here? I don't know. Most of these materials just, I don't know. I don't know if I'd call them scraps. I know they are though. They are scraps. Most of them I got from a shop on Etsy that sells bundles. Golly, what did they even call them? I don't know. I got several from the lady. I really liked them. That came with some buttons and some embroidery thread and, you know, scraps of fabric. They were for slow stitching, I guess. I don't like that one. What is this one about? No. Yeah, they were for slow stitching. And, yeah, they're just, like, really nice to have. I haven't used them a lot. I did piece together. Excuse me. Oh, I thought I was going to sneeze. Don't be alarmed if I still do, because sometimes it's it comes anyway, you know. Anyway, I did piece together like a quilt thing for one of my journal covers. So that was a lot of fun. That was fun to piece that together and stitch it. It was kind of like a patchwork quilt type of thing for a journal cover. It was really nice. It was fun too. I enjoyed that. So I have used them Not as much as I thought I would. Yet, anyway. I mean, these things aren't going to go away, right? It's always there. But yeah, they were really nice little kits. I can't remember. Jeez, I wish I could. I'm sorry, I can't remember what the shop was called. But if you go on to Etsy and you know, do a search for like slow stitch kits or something like that. I don't know what I searched for when I came across it. Maybe if you search for slow stitch, if you search for, you know, fabric scraps, I don't know, but I'm sure you'll come across a lot of them anyway. I should have did something about the ends of this. Let's see, what do I want to do here? I don't want everything matchy-matchy or ending up in the same place, you know what I mean? There. That is like that. This is going to make it easy to glue it down too on a page somewhere. That is pretty. There's just something about black. It just, I don't know, lends a bit of elegance, I think. Okay. Here's one that has, this is velvet too. This has got the backing on it. So, let's see. Maybe not quite so big, huh? No, we want, you know, whole different sizes, you know, shapes and what have you. Because, you know, not every application is going to, you're not going to be able to put a big piece down. So, different sizes, different shapes. Oh, that's pretty. Let's see, what else? Oh, with all these scraps, you'd think I'd be able to find something, wouldn't you? I've got these all tied up with dental floss. I think this is dental floss, or maybe it's, you know what, it's probably wax covered thread. Oh boy. Oh, what? This is fun, but I'm also struggling a little bit with it. Maybe because I'm not used to working with fabric. I used to quilt in another life. I used to quilt. Not much of a seamstress though. I tried. I don't know. I think, in my experience anyway, sewing machines work a lot better sewing paper than they ever did sewing materials. I get all kinds of problems sewing materials that I don't seem to have sewing paper. Isn't that odd? But yeah, I rarely have any kind of issues with the paper. Okay, I wonder if these blue one would work. That's nice. Okay, so some glue down there. Kind of get these layers. So I hope everyone's doing well. Having fun? What are you working on? Are you following along with this little process, this little project? Did you have some buttons that were a bad purchase that you have repurposed? Yeah. There we go. There we go. How about that? It's pretty. I wonder if we let's do a long, thin shape. And long, thin shape. I think, let's see how this works. Yeah, I like that. So if anyone was watching one of my previous videos, I talked about a show that we had found and we're watching. It's on Acorn TV. So if you have streaming services, Acorn is British shows, BBC produced type things. I was wondering about this, about putting some bling on it. Anyway, yeah, it's on Acorn. It's a streaming channel. It's not very much. It's like $5 a month or something like that. And we really enjoy the British shows, so it's a good value for us. Anyway, there's a series on it. I think they had like 3 seasons, which, you know, just irritates me to no end, right? I mean, you find something you really like, and they only did 3 seasons. It's like, why? I mean, maybe it wasn't getting a lot of attention at the time, but, you know, with streaming and that kind of thing, you know, people discover these things, and then you've got an audience, and, you know, I don't know, I'd like to have saw it do more than 3, but anyway, it does have 3 seasons. It's called 800 Words, and it's really quite nice. Like I said, we really enjoyed watching it. Of course, we kind of would binge, you know, we would watch several episodes at a time. So, unfortunately, we went through the episodes a lot quicker than maybe we should have paced it a little bit more. Is that sticky? No, that's not sticky. Okay. Oh, I see what happens. That's what's making it shiny. Ooh, I shouldn't use my fabric scissors for that. Oops. Okay, so I want to put that down like that, or maybe like that. Maybe we don't do a button every time, huh? What do you think? Maybe we don't do a button every time. You know, nothing says we have to use buttons. Let's see. These gloves, these hand things are making doing some of this stuff a little tricky. Plus the fact that all my fingernails seem to break off. Ow, ow. Sorry. Oh my God, I don't know how Tina does it. I mean, I watch her. She sticks her finger right down into it. She never makes a sound. So, okay, let's, this is a small piece to try and glue, so I think I'm gonna glue down there and just kind of set this on top, kind of gingerly push that down, not get my hands in it. Oh, yeah, I don't know. She's good. You know what I mean? She's good. Obviously, her fingers are just... Well, she does use the hot glue a lot, so... Her fingers are just probably more adapted. Huh? I don't know. Can you build up a tolerance for hot glue? Okay. There. What do you think? Oh, that is pretty, isn't it? I like that. That is pretty. Yeah, we don't always have to use buttons. In fact, I got a whole dish of other things we could use. I've got charms and I had a kind of a clear out of my Etsy shop. I went through, I keep all my items that I have listed on my Etsy shop. I keep everything in kind of decorated containers. And on the outside of each container, I have a picture of the items that are inside. So it makes it a lot easier to find when something sells. And the other day, I went through all those containers, everything that, you know, is listed on Etsy. And I took everything out of the containers and actually looked at things and did a clear out. So I removed a lot of things from my Etsy shop that frankly has sat there for quite a while. I mean, a year or more. That I'm, you know, paying that fee for all the time, and then they're not selling. And so I took everything out and kind of looked at everything with a critical eye. And some things I just thought, no, I don't want to sell this. Not that I don't want to sell it. It's just that I wouldn't want to sell it. I would be embarrassed. You know, it's things that I made early on, you know, probably, oh, maybe, I don't know, 2-3 years ago now, I guess. Jeez, it doesn't seem like it's been that long. But yeah, 2 or 3 years ago, some things I made earlier, you know, when I thought they were pretty at the time. I really did. I thought they were really nice at the time, and I would have been happy if they sold back then, you know. But now I look at the stuff and I think, oh no. I wouldn't want to send that out. Not that they were, you know, bad or anything, just oh, it's hard to explain. You know what I mean, right? I just wouldn't be that proud of sending some of them out to somebody. So I eliminated them from my shop and brought them all back in, the ones, you know, that I didn't want to sell. All the other ones I took new pictures of and arranged them nicely in these decorative boxes that I have, and, you know, put them all back together and stuff. And the items that I did not put back, that I removed from my Etsy shop, I brought them into my studio and I began to, well, take them apart. Some things I kept just for myself, you know. I've got some really cool notepads, and well, I thought they were, you know, I mean, they're just a notepad. And I'm always, you know, needing one. So I thought, well, I could make use of these. And some sketch pads that, I mean, the sketch pad itself is okay. You know, it's just paper, right? Sketch paper. But I don't know. Just the outside of it, the decoration, whatever, just, you know, I don't know. Didn't like it now. I liked it then, but now it's like, oh, that's not up to par anymore, in my opinion. There, isn't that pretty? Oh, that's going to be a really nice little thing to put on a page. So I took apart these things, and I've got a long story short, a lot of these items had charms and beads and stuff like that hanging on them. And I took all those apart and put them in a little dish here. So I have all kinds of little danglies and charms and what have you, that I thought, you know, some of those might be fun to put on these as well. Okay. I want a green. Where's the green? I have all these in little bundles. I tried to color coordinate my scraps. You know, is that I don't know, that sounds funny to me now. Color coordinate my scraps. Okay, that's good. Am I in frame? I hope I'm in frame. Oh my goodness. I tend to want to draw things closer to me, you know? I mean, we do that when we're working, right? Don't even think about it, you know, when you're doing a video, there's all kinds of things you got to think about. And keeping things in frame is one of those things, you know. And I want to be close enough that you can actually see what I'm doing. But then there's a fine line between you being able to see what I'm doing and keeping still being able to keep things in the frame because it's a lot smaller. And I'm not really technical on these things. I mean, my videos are raw. That's the word to use. I mean, they haven't been doctored. They haven't been edited. You know, it's my videos are like if I was doing this live. So there's no editing afterwards. There's no cutting things out and, you know, that kind of thing. Because I don't know how. I don't know how. So, yeah, they are pretty much, what do you think? I don't know. Let's see. Let's try this one. I wonder if that would... Oh, you know what? Look at that. Now this is one of the funky buttons that I purchased. I actually didn't recover because I thought, you know, that might be something I could use. So I left it. And sure enough, I think it ties in with that bottom fabric really well, don't you? What do you think? So have you tried doing this? Collaging with fabric, doing little clusters? Do you enjoy it? Is it difficult? Do you not have enough scraps? Yeah, check out Etsy. You know, these scrap. Just Google, I mean not Google, but search on Etsy for fabric scraps, slow stitch kits, any of that kind of stuff. I think you'll come across quite a bit. Like I said, the ones I got were really nice, and they had you know, embroidery thread in them, and you know, there was just a little kit, embroidery thread and buttons, and you know, just all kinds of little doodads that a person could use if they were doing a slow stitch or something. So this one, instead of doing all the edges in that pinking with pinking shears, I'm gonna actually remove the pinking shears. Pinking. Okay, let's see. Is that? No. Huh. No. Oh, I don't know. That's kind of drab or something. Oh, no, that's not good. Let's see. What else do we have here? What could work? What could work? Oh, boy. No. Ugh. Ah, here we go. Well, that's a nice That's nice, isn't it? Maybe it's boring, huh? Let's kind of fray the edges here. So, oh, my goodness. Oops. Send everything flying here. Maybe if we just glue it down. The thing with hot glue is that you've got to get things on really quickly. Otherwise, I mean, once it starts to cool, it doesn't grab anymore. So, especially with fabric, you want to kind of smush that into the fibers as much as possible. I think we have a better chance for it to you know, stay connected if you know, they're smushed down into the fabric, into the fibers. I wonder. I'm kind of hoarding these. Maybe like that, actually. Sometimes less is more too, you know. Okay, I think this is going to be our last one. Not sure how long this video has gone, but I have a feeling time just goes way too fast. Have you noticed that? Guy. Oh, that's the back side. Okay, yay. Time is just going awfully fast. It's, gets all over the place, but you gotta smush it down. Okay. No. That's all right. I wonder if I have any over here that are dry yet we could use. That one is kind of, oh, I like that. What do you think? I like that one. Okay. It's easy to push down on the button because your finger isn't going through fabric and getting burned. This is not for children. So, yeah, be really careful if you're using a hot glue gun. Just be really careful because that glue gets pretty darn hot. And I don't know how Tina does it, but man, she sticks her finger right down in there and push, you know. And I'm just like, oh my God, isn't that hot? So, yeah, that's pretty. I like that one. And, you know, I got an idea. I got a little idea. You know, these are something else I don't use that often. I think I'm gonna, yeah, okay. Because to me, that just looks like the middle of a flower. There we go. I got a peak there. how do you do this and get kind of a circle and not get a peak? Does anyone know? There. What do you think? It's pretty, isn't it? Oh, that's going to be nice. Okay. So, yeah, we've done quite a bit. It's kind of like a mass make, huh? And, yeah, we've used buttons, we've used bling, we've used lace, fabric scraps, appliques, and I think I'm going to, on some of these, maybe put a little bit of something. I mean, there's something. I could put that in frame. You could have a little dingly dangly on it. Well, that's a thingy. Oh, for heavenly days. No, that's not for that one anyway. Not for that one. Let's see. Oh, come on. I know I had some. Butterfly in a purse. Is that too much, I wonder? Well, okay, that one came off. So, what do we got here? Oh, all right. So, a little butterfly. I think that would be cool. Let's see. Hang on. Talk amongst yourselves. I also reorganized my little, was one of those 3-tier rolling cart thingies. I reorganized it. Now I can't find anything. Isn't that always the way? Let's see, what color do we want? I think I want a color to match. Go with that. Oh, that's black. Isn't it? Yeah, that's black. That's in the wrong pew. Boy, these gotten all messed up. There we go. Okay. And we'll do this little bit and then we'll call it good, huh? So let's just see how this works. See how this works. Let's attach it to some of the lace there. And there we got a little butterfly dingly dangly. So we could put that on a page and this could dangle down like that. Or we could put it on the side of a page and have this kind of hang off on the outside of a page. So yeah, and I can also reposition that so it's more up in here too. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I hope you had fun with this. I did. And I think I'm going to be doing some more as I sit here and listen to my audiobook. Right now, I've kind of, if anyone knows MC Beaton, the author, she wrote the Agatha Raisin mysteries that everyone seems to know about now that Agatha Raisin mysteries are actually on Acorn, and everyone has discovered MC Beaton, which I've known about her for many, many years, and thoroughly enjoyed the Agatha Raisin mysteries. Well, you know, I get audiobooks from the library, and I listen to them as I'm crafting if I'm not talking to you. And that's kind of my happy place, you know, sitting here, listen to a book and, you know, craft and stuff. And it's gotten really hard to get the Agatha Raisin mysteries because they're always all checked out, you know, and you have to get on a list nowadays, where a few, you know, a year or so ago, I had no problems. You're right. It's like I'm the only one that knew about MC Beaton and Agatha Raisin. Well, so now, since Agatha Raisin is so hard to get a hold of, I've started watching the other series of books that she did on, oh golly, Hamish is his last name. I don't know. He's a cop in the Scotland Highlands. And I started listening to those stories. Oh, gee, I shouldn't have told you guys, should I? Never mind. You didn't hear me say a word. Anyway, until the next time, take care of you, love each other, and I'll see you again. Bye.